Alright guys, good morning. Let's take child's pose. Take a few moments there to move around a little bit, shift around a little bit. That could be on the forehead, that could be moving the hands around, the arms around. If you want to walk your hands to one side, you can do that. Maybe start to feel a push somewhere in your feet, the tops of your feet, your shins, just so you're feeling some sensation, or at least starting to, and maybe, starting to identify where some tension lives within your physical body. Without, it needing to shift in this moment, but just allowing it to be what it is. And as you're doing all that, bring some awareness to your breath. Let's take 3 breaths together. Inhaling, exhaling, continuous breath out. Good. Do that again. Slow, deep breath in. Start to feel some expansion happening. Exhaling, feeling a softening, settling right back down with each exhale. One more time. Slow breath in. And just at your pace. If you're not on my call, that's cool. Exhale, release when you're ready. And then on your next inhale, you'll pull yourself forward into a tabletop. As you get into a tabletop, start to circle your shoulders around your wrists. So maybe move in one direction a few times and then switching direction. And not limited to circles, right? So maybe even starting to roll through your shoulders a bit. Starting to take up more space as you shift the hips around. Your breath can start to have a soothing quality to it. Can't take my mind off of you. And then next time you find a neutral tabletop, flip your hands to face your knees, fingers to face your knees. Tuck your toes under. And then just slowly start to sit back towards your heels. And maybe on that first one, you just kind of linger in that space. You can lift the base of the palms up a bit, get into the fingers more. You can also rock forward and back. You'll make your way forward. Make fists with your hands. Face the hands towards one another. And then keeping the shoulders more or less over the wrists, lower the backs of the hands down as your chest gets a little bit closer to the mat. Let the movement come or start from the arms, and then straighten your arms back up, make fists. So being really intentional with this, maybe even playing with shifting the weight forward a bit more. And then as you straighten your arms, tuck your toes under, sit towards your heels, reach your arms up. Make fists with your hands. You can close your eyes here or keep a moment either way. Open your hands, make fists, open your hands, and then go as quickly as you can. As you do that, knit your lower ribs in, so starting to feel a bit more control there, and then try to shrug the shoulders up towards the ears more. The arms, can they get straighter? Can you reach further? Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On an exhale, cactus your arms, curl back. Inhale, reach the arms straight up. Exhale, cactus arms, curl back. One more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus, curl back like you've got weights in your hands. The elbows, can they lift a little higher as the backs of the hands reach further down? And then inhale, arms will reach up. On your exhale, hands return to mat. Gently tap out the tops of your feet. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. As you get to down dog, bend and straighten. Take your feet a little wider, in fact. A little wider, maybe your stance a little wider as well, your hands. And you can sway your hips. Bend and straighten, bounce your chest. And then you'll walk your feet back into their normal orientation. Hands can walk back out where you need them to be. On your next inhale, lift your heels. Put a little bend in your legs. Bring your chin to your chest. And then as slowly as you can, wave it forward to plank, leading with your upper back so you feel this unraveling happening in your spine. As you find plank, take a breath in. 5 count lower to the belly, chaturanga 5. You can always lower your knees, 4. Good. 3, 2, all the way down on 1. Fingertips off the mat, onto the floor there, 10 and 2. Inhale, wiggle, wave yourself up. As you press into the hands, try to press into the feet as well. Exhale, back down. Inhale again, wave yourself up just to your effort level, right? Exhale, back down. You get to choose how you intensify, how you modify. Inhale, wave yourself up. Exhale, down. Good, last one. Inhale, wiggle, wave yourself up. Exhale, down. Press yourself back up to a tabletop. As you get into tabletop, set up your shoulders right over your wrists, hips right over knees. Tuck your toes under. Feel a good push into your hands. Grip them out with your fingertips, and then hover your knees a couple inches off the mat. Try to keep your knees low. Inhale your heart forward, cow. Exhale, round your back, cat. Inhale your heart forward, cow. Good. Exhale, round your back, cat. Inhale, heart forward, cow. Exhale, round your back, cat. Good, one more. Inhale your heart forward, cow. Exhale, round your back, cat. Find a neutral spine, take a breath in. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Nice. Take your feet again as wide as your mat. And then let's walk the hands back towards the feet so you're at the back of your mat. Take a forward fold. You can grab opposite elbows. You can bind. Yeah, I like to bounce here sometimes. You might bounce your chest, play with straight legs, play with bent legs. Release the arms. Put a generous bend in your legs. Let your arms hang heavy, and then just nice and slow, you'll start to roll yourself all the way up to stand. As you come up there, take a few moments to do whatever. So that could be side bending, that could be just standing and breathing and allowing yourself to arrive to this moment. Your breath, awareness to your breath is going to help that. So as you pay more attention to your inhale and your exhale, notice how that can bring you right into, for even if it's only for a moment, to the here and now. Your mind's going to pull you in a million different directions. And it's up to you to bring your attention back over and over and over again as many times as it takes. Eventually the arms can release down by your sides. Let's take a deep breath in here. Exhale, breath out. On your next inhale, the arms will sweep up. On your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift chest, lengthen forward. On your exhale, walk it out to your plank, top of a push-up. Inhale, exhale, lower chaturanga. Upward facing warrior cobra. And then eventually making your way back downward facing. Good. Give me a couple breaths in that down dog. If movement here, subtle shifting feels good here as well, you can do that. Otherwise, just give me a couple breaths to sit in this space, to explore your body in this space. Straighten your legs for me a little bit. Yeah, right there. And then push back. Yeah. Press into your hands more. Sometimes. Never mind, comes what comes. Yeah, on your next inhale, lift your heels. Put a little bend in your legs. And then from there, you're going to spin your heels to the left. Just to the left. As you get them to the left, push your hips towards your heels and then try to float your right arm. So I want you to feel that left shoulder dig into your back, or that kind of corkscrew action. And then back to downward facing dog. Lift your heels, bend your legs. Spin your heels to the right. Push your hips towards your feet. Get as compact as you can. Try to float the left arm. Dig that right shoulder into your back. And then back to downward facing dog. Inhale, wave yourself forward to plank. Listen carefully. Lower to chaturanga. Step your feet one step forward, so your weight is forward. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, on one. Step your feet back. Press up to plank. Bend your legs. Hover your knees to your heels. And then hips to sky down dog. Lift your heels, bend your legs. Spin your heels to the left. Push your hips towards your feet, float your right arm. On this one, on an inhale, drive it to side plank. Anything you want to do with the right arm, anything you want to do with the right leg. Go back the way you came, re-bend your legs, push your hips towards your heels. And then downward facing dog. Lift heels, bend legs. Spin your heels to the right. Push your hips towards your feet first. Pause. And then inhale, spring it to side plank. Again, anything you want to do with that left arm, that left leg. Push your hips back towards your heels. And then to downward facing dog. Inhale, wave yourself forward to plank. Lower to chaturanga. Step your feet one step forward. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2. On one, step your feet back. Press up to plank. Bend legs, hover knees, sit to heels. Downward facing dog. Good. One more time like that, but adding in. Lift your heels, bend your legs. Spin your heels to the left. Get as close as you can to your feet. Float your right arm. And then inhale to side plank. On this one, start to float your right leg. Hug your right knee into your chest. As slow and controlled as you can, you'll step towards the top of your mat. Lower your back knee down. Let's do this. Take your right hand, reach it up, and then chase your back heel. It can go to the ankle. It can also go to your low back or a block. And then reach your left arm up. And then rather than trying to face up, this entire shape, turn to the right a little bit more, look down, and then see if you can reach your left hand across your mat, palm facing down. You may one more breath here. Inhale as you rise up, right arm. Exhale, flying monkey to the back. Left leg will bend, right leg will straighten. Back to the front. Lower that knee down again. Right hand chases your back leg as your left arm not only reaches back and up, but across. So you're finding this big side bend to some degree. Inhale again, lift back up, flying monkey to the back. One more to the front. Lower that knee down. Right hand will reach back. Left arm reaches up. Maybe finding new space, new territory to reach to. Inhale, exhale, flying monkey to the back. And then find a wide-legged forward fold. If you want to twist, you can twist. Otherwise, just hang. Maybe even bounce a bit here too as well. Fold over one leg, potentially. Next inhale, lift, chest lengthen. Walk yourself around to the front. Find a runner's. Bump that back foot a little bit to the left. And then come on up, crescent A. Arms will reach up. Keep your left arm where it is for a moment. Let your right arm just hang down by your side towards the mat. From there, that top arm reaches up and over to the right. And then as you continue to reach up and over to the right, can the right hand reach further down? Good, holding there, breathing. Maybe you sit a little lower. Give me 2 more deep breaths here. Keep finding that big reach. Right arm will reach back up. Take a breath in here. On your exhale, cactus arms, curl back, lunge your hips forward. Again, maybe sitting lower as you push off those back toes. And then exhale, hands to mat, straighten-ish through your front leg, long pyramid. Front toes can lift, back heel can lift. Bend your front leg. Your back foot steps up to meet your front foot. Utkatasana. Separate your feet though, hips distance. On an inhale, bend your legs, sit it back. On your exhale, sit a little lower. Next inhale, lift your heels as high as you can. Lower your heels. Inhale, lift your heels as high as you can. Lower your heels. Last one. Inhale, lift your heels, holding there, maybe sitting a little lower. Can the arms reach higher? Holding 3, 2, heels down on 1. Exhale, drive to stand. Good. Cactus arms, curl back. Nice. Reach back however you want. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Down you go. Good. Take a breath in, lift chest, lengthen. Exhale, step it back and take your vinyasa, whatever that looks like. Upward facing or your cobra. Nice. Exhale back, good. Downward facing, maybe a couple breaths there. Okay, on your next inhale, lift your heels. Bend your legs. Spin your heels to the right. Push your hips towards your feet. Float your left arm. And then inhale, spring it to side plank. Maybe that left leg can float right away. Slowly start to hug that left thigh into your chest. You're stepping up towards the top of your mat. Lower your back knee down. Your left hand is chasing the back heel as the right arm traces the sky. And then as you get in that space, you might even shift your hips back a little bit. That top arm, can it reach towards the back left corner of the room, like towards the door over there? And can the palm face down more? Inhale as you make your way back up, flying monkey to the back. Back to the front. Lower that right knee down, left hand again reaching back as the right arm reaches up and across. Inhale, exhale, flying monkey to the back. One more time to the front. Lower the knee. Left hand chases, right arm traces. Inhale, exhale, flying monkey to the back. And then find a wide-legged forward fold. Two more breaths here. Inhale, lift chest. Walk it around to the front. So you're finding a runner's. Back foot can bump a little to the right, so you have a little wider of a base, and then come on up, crescent A. Really feel a stamp into your front foot and a drive off your back toes, and you might even feel a little tuck of your tail down as you sit more, and then the right arm stays as it is. Let the left arm hang, just hang down for a moment. Inhale, reach taller with the right arm. Exhale, reach over towards the left side of the room. Think about that breath pattern. Inhaling a little bit of lift. Exhale, finding some depth. Keep reaching to the left, keep reaching that left hand down. 3, 2. So that left arm will reach back up. Inhale there on your exhale, cactus arms. Maybe a lunge forward of your hips as you sit lower potentially. And then hands to mat, straighten-ish through your front leg, long pyramid, good. Those front toes can lift, back heel can lift, little bounce potentially. Rebend your front leg. Step your right foot up to meet the left. On an inhale, sit it back, Utkatasana. On your exhale, sit a little bit lower. Next inhale, lift your heels as high as you can. Good. On your exhale, set them down. Good. Lift your heels on your inhale again as high as you can. Exhale, set them down. Good. Last one. Inhale, lift your heels as high as you can. Maybe this one you start to sit lower. Maybe you sit all the way to your heels, but can you keep reaching up? Wherever you are, lift your bum a couple inches. A couple more inches. As you lower your heels, drive to stand, cactus, curl back any way you can. Good. Inhale, exhale, down you go. Forward fold. Inhale, lift chest, lengthen forward. On your exhale, step it back to plank. Hold there. Lower to chaturanga. Step your feet one step forward. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2. On one step, your feet back. Press up to plank. Bend legs, hover knees, sit to heels. Hips to sky, down dog. One more like that. Inhale, wave it forward. Plank. Just playing with some strength here. Lower chaturanga. Walk your feet one step forward. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2. On one step, your feet back. Press up to plank. Bend legs, hover knees, sit to heels. Inhale, right away, wave it forward to plank. And lower all the way down to the belly. Reach your right arm out to the right, either straight or cactus. And then roll onto your right hip. Any kind of shoulder stretch there. If you feel like grabbing your knee or your foot of some sort, or binding with the hands, you can play with that. But add a little pressure in that right arm. With the palm, the elbow, a little bit of a push. Roll it back to the middle. And then switch it up. Left arm will extend out, or cactus, rolling onto your left hip. Roll it back to the middle. Take your fingertips off the mat, 10 and 2 onto the floor there. Inhale, wave yourself up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, wave yourself up. Exhale, lower down. One more, inhale, wave yourself up. Hold there. Lower just your belly. Keep your chest lifted, look down. Float your legs. The legs can come together, but just keep them as strong and straight as you can. Lift your pinky fingers, ring fingers, middle fingers, pointer fingers, your thumbs, you're in cactus arms holds. From there, reach your arms back, make fists with your hands like you're holding onto a bar. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another, see if that gives you a little more lift, and then drive heavier in your hip bones for 3, 2, on 1, you are down. Good, relax there for a moment. You can bend your legs, maybe windshield wiper, circle your feet. And then you're going to take any transition back to down dog. That could be through a push-up, up dog, tabletop. As you get to down dog, take a breath in. Exhale.
I can sleep, dream of us.
Give your right leg a lift up. On your exhale, right knee towards right eye. Look forward, step forward. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, rise up, crescent beam. On your exhale, start to tip your chest forward, reach forward, tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee. Hands can come to your heart at any point. You're gonna pop it up, warrior C. a little bend in your bottom leg, or even a big bend is good. Take a breath in. On an exhale, as you drive to stand away, to kickstand your left heel out in front, like a foot or so. And this foot can also be flat, okay? Otherwise, toes can lift. Take your hands across your chest, bend your right leg, butt back, chest starts to come forward. And then maybe you challenge some depth here while sitting lower into that right leg. On your next exhale, the left heel is what leads the charge. Start to lift that heel up, maybe before you stand. And then as you drive to stand, can the left leg stay straight? Otherwise, it can bend. Reach the arms up. Inhale, exhale, Shiva squat. Left knee will tap right calf. As you squeeze your heel towards your bum, your hands can touch down at any point. And then slow step back your left toes. Let them land. Keep the knee lifted. Reach up with the arms. Inhale there. On your exhale, reach back. Roll back. Hands to mat. Step it back. Vinyasa. Left leg inhale, give it a lift. Left knee towards left eye. Good, look forward, step forward. Back knee lower, and you can keep your back toes tucked. Inhale, rise up. On your exhale, tip your chest forward, lift that back knee. Maybe stay reaching forward, pop it up, warrior C. Put a little bend in that bottom leg, take a breath in. On an exhale, as you drive to stand, kickstand your right heel out in front about a foot or so. Hands can work across your chest as you bend deeper in your left leg, butt back, chest forward. So you're working into that right hamstring, and then you can sit as low as you want, but maintaining a flatter back. Yeah. Now the right heel leads the charge. On your exhale, drive to stand. Right leg straight out or bent. Arms reach up. Breath in there. Exhale, Shiva squat, right knee towards left calf. Slow step back your right toes. Let them land light. Inhale, the arms reach up. And then arch back as you exhale, reach back. Good, hands to mat, step it back. Vinyasa. Right leg again, give it a lift up, inhale. Exhale, right knee towards right eye. Look forward, step forward, lower the back knee down. Maybe on this one as you reach up, you can lean back any way you want. On your exhale, good. And then inhale, exhale, pop it up, warrior C. Breath in there. Exhale as you drive to stand, kickstand your left heel out in front. As you sit back and down in that right leg, maybe the arms sweep back here, or even try reaching forward. Left heel is leading. As you exhale, drive to stand. Big push into that right leg to find that. Inhale. Exhale to your Shiva squat. As you tap the right calf, maybe you can slide the knee lower towards the ankle, but keep squeezing your heel towards your bum. Yes. Slow step back your left toes. Arms will reach up. Inhale. Arch back on your exhale. And then take your vinyasa. Hands down, step it back. Nice. Okay, Vama, left leg, and I'll give it a lift. Left knee towards left eye. Step it forward, back knee will lower down. Inhale as you come on up. Maybe you arch back here as well on your exhale. Inhale, start your transition. Exhale, warrior C. Next exhale, drive to stand. Right heel, kick it out in front. Butt back. Maybe the arms sweep back. Still maintaining a flat back as you can. Right heel starts to lift. Maybe it floats for a moment, and then exhale, drive to stand. Nice, good. Inhale, exhale to Shiva squat. Maybe trying to slide that knee closer to the ankle or even towards the heel while squeezing heel towards bum. And then a slow step back your right toes. Reach up, inhale. Arch back, exhale. And then hands to mat, step it back. Vinyasa, good. Okay, one more time. Playing with a little bit of a bind here if that's in your practice and you want to do that. Right leg, give it a lift up. Exhale, right knee towards your right eye. Step it forward. Lower your back knee down. Keep your back toes tucked. Come up with your arms by your sides. And then from here, you're going to reach the arms back behind you, as far back behind you as you can. From here, maybe you interlace or grab a wrist, and you can bend your arms. The elbows can bend out to the sides to find that. Slide the hands down that inner left thigh, and then lunge your hips forward. From there, peel your chest away. Yeah, maybe the gaze shifts up or back. Keeping your bind as long as you can. Tip your chest forward. Pop it up, warrior C. Inhale, exhale as you drive to stand. Maybe still keeping your bind. Kickstand your left heel out in front. Butt back as the chest comes forward. Drive into that right foot. Float your left. Drive all the way to stand. You need to release the hands at any point you can. Push your hips forward a bit here. On your exhale, Shiva squat. Left knee taps right calf. Or you try to slide towards the ankle, still squeeze the heel to the bum. Slow step back your left toes. Maybe still with the bind, the hands slide down the inner thigh, lift your chest, curl back. On your exhale, hands to mat, step it back, vinyasa. Okay, last time, left leg. Give it a lift. Left knee will travel towards the left eye. Try to find that compression as you lift your thigh. Good, and then step forward. Back knee will lower down. Arms stay down by your sides. And then arms reach back. Find that action there first, and then maybe try to bind or grab a wrist. Slide the hands down if you can, inside that right thigh. Peel your chest away as you lunge forward. One more breath. Keeping your bind as long as you can. Tip your body forward. Warrior C. Keeping the bind. Inhale, exhale, drive to stand. Kickstand your right heel out in front. Butt back as the chest comes forward. Right heel starts to lift. On your exhale, kick that leg out. And then maybe as you find that, push your hips forward. Start to lean back a bit. Inhale, exhale, Shiva squat. Right knee towards left calf, or slide it to the ankle while squeezing heel towards bum. Keeping your bind, slow step back your right toes. Lift your chest. Maybe the hands can slide down as you arch back, curl back. Good. Inhale, exhale, hands to mat. Step it back to plank and take your vinyasa. Nice. Upward facing or your cobra. Good. Exhale back, downward facing. Give me 2 breaths there, and then you'll sit towards your heels. Okay, lower all the way down, sit towards your heels for a moment. We feel good? Warm? Okay, hands can be on your legs, or you could grab your rib cage. Close your eyes, as long as that's comfortable. Maybe a little bit of shifting here. Sometimes that's nice. You can shrug your shoulders, roll your shoulders around, maybe turn torso, maybe some cat-cows. And then starting to just settle in for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. 3 more like that. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, eyes will blink open. You're going to take your hands on either sides of your knees. So as you get here, and just know that you can tuck your toes under at any point. when we do these. I teach these a lot, but I understand that sometimes being on the tops of the feet doesn't always feel great, so you can always tuck your toes. So when you lift your thighs up into your chest, it would look something like this if your toes are tucked. Otherwise, you can be on the tops of your feet. And what we're not doing here yet is lifting the hips all the way up. You're keeping your thighs up into your chest, keeping your hips low, and working the compression, the thighs to the chest. That's what I want you to try to explore. And your weight shifting into your arms, okay? We'll do 3, and on the 4th one, you can play with lifting your hips up. And maybe your feet come off the ground and you handstand or press. Okay, here we go. Take a breath in. On an exhale, think thighs to chest first. Find that compression. Good. Holding there. Lifting 5. Good. 4. Keep trying to find the lift. 3. Nice. 2. Feel the weight shift in your arms. And 1. Lower down. Good. Again, like that. Take a breath in. Let that be your prep. Exhale, thighs up into your chest. Good. Get strong and straight in your arms. Feel that shrugging action in your shoulders. 3. Good. 2. And 1. Lower down. Nice. 1 more like that. Take a breath in. Exhale, thighs up into your chest. Holding, breathing. 5. Good. 4. 3. Strong, straight arms. 2. Good. And 1. Lower down. Last one. Take a breath in. This time your hips will go up. On your exhale, thighs to chest, and then lift your hips as high as you can. You can get on the very tips of your toes. You can also tuck your toes under, but feel your weight shift into your arms. Push, push, push. Lift your hips as high as you can. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're down. Okay. Not too bad, right? Tough enough. Okay. Shake out your hands. Do this. Take the backs of your hands to your rib cage. Or I can even go lower. And then maybe even just kind of circling. You can drive your elbows back, forward, just something that feels like a counter. And then from here, shake your hands out. You'll take your hands back behind you. Lift your chest. Maybe the hips start to lift up here too. If you want to work into some variation of a camel, you certainly can. Give me 5 breaths there. Okay, lower back down. Hands will come forward. Find downward facing dog. Take a breath in there, maybe an exhale breath. Ha. Okay, right leg. You able to lift up? Right knee will travel towards right eye again. So that compression you just found with both legs, find that here. Shift your weight into your arms. Protract your shoulders so you're pushing out of your shoulders. Lift that thigh up as high as you can. And then step towards your right thumb. Good. Come on up, crescent A. Arms will reach up. On your exhale, tip your chest forward, reach forward. Your back foot, I want you to get, and maybe you have to bump up your back foot a little bit, but get as light as you can there. Maybe just on the very tip of that back big toe, but try to keep the big toe on the mat and keep reaching forward. Feel the weight shift. From there, start to lift the left leg, warrior C. Hands can stay as is, or they come to the heart. Give me 1 more breath here. On your exhale, step your left foot up to meet the right, Utkatasana. Inhale, the arms will sweep up. On your exhale, float your right foot just a couple inches off the mat. Flex it. Yeah. And then from there, can you sit lower? Yes. Take a breath in. Exhale, drive to stand your right leg out in front, and then take a big half wide circle into half moon, or working into full moon. You might grab your lifted foot if you're playing with that. Either way, your right hip cannot roll up. How can your breath support you? How can you become more involved in your breathing? Last 3. Yeah, good. 2. On your next exhale, bend your bottom leg, step back lightly, warrior 2. Good. As you land, adjust your feet how you need to. Take a breath in. Sit a little lower on your exhale. And then inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep reaching back, straighten your front legs. You're in a reverse triangle. You're going to keep your stance as it is. As you come up to triangle, so your stance is going to feel super long, and it's intentional. As you come forward, reach out with your left arm, and then rather trying to reach towards your shin, even if you can, let the left hand just hang inside like the inner knee, or maybe towards the inner calf, reach the right arm up. And then maybe that left hip can pull back slightly as the right hip pulls forward. And then you're rotating your chest open as you continue to knit the lower ribs in. So you've got some control there through your core, your middle. Next inhale, rebend your front leg, find side angle. That top arm, I want you to reach it to the back of the room. Flip the thumb down and take the top of the hand to your low back. So you should feel your right arm in this internal rotation. You can stay just like this, but I want you to roll your right shoulder up. Option 1 here, option 2, half wrap, full wrap. You're binding. Continue to try to roll that right shoulder up. So you're turning your chest towards the wall there. Last 3 breaths. How can that back foot continue to feel like an anchor point and your front foot continue to push? 2. Okay, next inhale, rise all the way up, flying monkey to the back on your exhale. Next inhale, flip yourself around to the back. As you get there, plant your left hand. You're going to work side plank on the left arm. Any way you want to take it. So you could grab your big toe, right? You could even work horizon lunge. That's great. Maybe right heel in front of left big toe. We did a lot of different options in the beginning. So you could even drive your hips towards your heels like we did. Either way, try to pay attention to the pushing in the left hand. That action there. Flip it over wild. Right toes land behind. And then from here, all you're gonna do is sit down, facing towards the front. Stay towards the side of your mat because you're probably off of it, and that's okay. Keep your left leg straight, keep your right leg bent, right foot flat. Your left hand is behind you. You are gonna cartwheel to the back until you get onto your belly. Your right leg, thigh is down, and your right heel is lifted, or right foot is lifted. Okay, from there, come up on your elbows. You're gonna roll into your left hip, look back towards your right foot and try to grab inside that foot. So foot, you can even get towards the ankle. Lower your right hip back down, get a good grip. You can also loop a towel around your foot. Lower the chest, slide your left hand out, come up onto the fingertips. Hug your right knee a little tighter, and then start to kick your right foot into your right hand, press into your left hand. Option 1, you stay here. Option 2, you try to float your left leg and your left arm at the same time. So the left arm's reaching forward, the left leg is kicking back, and your right foot is kicking up and back. Find your breath here. 3. Good. 2. On 1, you are down. Relax there for a moment. Maybe it feels good to windshield wiper or circle the feet. And then bring your hands flat by your rib cage. Rebend your right leg. So we're just going right back the way we came so we can get to flip dog. So you lift your chest enough that you can roll facing towards the front. You got your left hand flat. Yep. And then lift your hips up into that flip dog wild. Maybe here you start to float your right toes. Hug your right thigh into your chest. Step towards your left thumb facing the back of the room. And then walk it around to the left. Wide-legged fold. Option here. Handstand, headstand. The next 3 breaths, if you're inverted, try to come down really slow, maybe even hovering your feet off the mat if you're inverted. And then you'll land your feet when you're ready. Good. Take a breath in, lift chest. Click your heels in, turn your toes out. Goddess. As you come up, let's reach the arms up right away. I won't keep you here long. Drop your hips down as low as you can, but push your hips towards the wall you're facing and think about the inner thighs pulling away from one another. Lift just your right heel off the mat. Pivot around to the front, stay low. Right knee's gonna lower all the way down, so there's an internal rotation there. Left foot wiggles a little bit to the left, and then work your left hand to your back heel. Reach your right arm across your body towards the door, face the palm down again, like we did in the beginning. And then on your next exhale, try to reach further that direction. Keeping the arms, inhale, come back up, chest over your front thigh, right arm is reaching forward, left arm's reaching back. Lift your back knee, pop it up, warrior C. Keep your legs, switch your arms. Bend your lifted leg, reach back, grab inside your foot. Third time, more or less grabbing here for dancer. Think about what you did on the belly a moment ago. Same idea, except you are standing now. Keep pulling that chest out and up. Last 2 breaths. Hanging onto the foot, pull that right knee next to the left. You're gonna switch your grip and kick that right leg out in front. At any point you can release this, because I recognize this is crazy, but you're gonna bend your left leg and pistol squat all the way down. Or, however you can, sit down. And find high boat. High boat can be bent legs or straight. Inhale, lower low boat. Exhale, up high boat. Inhale, lower low boat. Exhale, up high boat. Good, last 3. Inhale, lower low boat. Exhale, up high boat. Inhale, lower low boat. Exhale, up high boat. Inhale, lower low boat. Reach your arms over your head. Hold there. Try to C-curve your spine a little bit more. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way down on 1. Set your feet flat for bridge, a little bit wider than hips distance. On an inhale, bridge your hips up. We'll hold on the third one. On your exhale, lower down. Nice. Inhale, bridge your hips up. Exhale, lower down. Last one, inhale, bridge your hips up. And holding there, any way you want to take this bridge. Feel good. Hug in of the inner thighs. And then the knees might travel forward a bit so you feel the hamstrings. Chest chasing chin, last 2. Okay, on 1, lower. All the way down, reach your legs out in front, arms over your head, take a breath in. On your exhale, back up to high boat, just with bent legs. Cross your right ankle over your left, pull your heels in, land your feet. You can use your hands or not. You're gonna try to lift your bum up, plant your hands, Bakasana with crossed ankles, or you just forward fold with crossed ankles. If you are comfortable in Bakasana with crossed ankles, in 5, you're gonna try to unravel your feet midair, and then eventually hop back or step back. 3, 2, however you can, hop it back, step it back, Chaturanga Dandasana, nice. Upward facing, maybe pause and up dog for a moment or 2. And then exhale, back you go. Downward facing. Does that feel okay? Okay. You're not. Take a breath in. Exhale there. Okay, second side, last side. Left leg. Give it a lift. Exhale, left knee towards left eye. Hold there. So again, feel your weight shift in your hands. Fingertips, fingertips, fingertips. Lift that thigh up higher. Try to find that compression as much as you can. Push and then step. Good. Come on up, crescenting. Arms will reach up. Tip your chest forward, reach forward. The arms, can they be more or less by your ears? Bump your back foot up a step. And then continue to lean forward without lifting your back leg just yet. Let that big toe touch, but light. Give me one more breath in this space. And then you'll pop it up, warrior C. Hands can be wherever. Maybe they're at the heart, or stay reaching forward. 3, 2, On an exhale, step your right foot up to meet the left, Utkatasana. Inhale, the arms sweep up. Exhale, sit a little lower. Hover your left foot off the mat a couple inches, flex the foot. Take a breath in. Maybe you can sit a little lower on your exhale. And then inhale, exhale, drive to stand into that half moon transition. So big half wide circle. Take up as much space as you can out to the side. And then working into that half moon. Half moon or full moon. Grabbing that back foot. Very similar to when we grab in dancer, and then eventually when we get onto the belly into that half Dhanurasana. So focus right here, yeah. Lean back here more. Yeah, there you go. There, yeah. This side's more open, huh? Is it? Okay, bend your bottom leg, slow step back, warrior two. As you land, take a breath in. Exhale, sit a little lower. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Hey, buddy, keep reaching back, straighten your front legs, turn that reverse triangle. Keep your stance long. You're finding this really long triangle. So you're reaching out, but then worry more about reaching inside that knee. Yeah, a hand can go to a block too. Try to get as light as you can in your right hand just so you feel your legs powering up and the action happening from there. And then the right rib cage, can that pull out more? Good, last three. Knit the lower ribs in a little bit. Pull this back. Yeah, right there. This back this way. Two. That was good. And one, rebend your front leg. So you're in a side angle. Right hand can work inside, block, elbow. Your top hand, reach it to the back. Flip the thumb down. That's an internal rotation in your left arm. It goes around your back. And then from there, press your hand into your back and rotate your left shoulder up or roll your left shoulder up. You can stay just like that or half wrap, full wrap. Continue to try to drive into that front foot, and then as you turn, anchor into your back foot. One more breath. Next inhale, good. Rise all the way up, flying monkey to the back. Flip yourself around to the back. Plant your right hands. Side plank on the right arm. So any way you want to take this, whether you're grabbing big toe, knee, or your right knee stays down. Feel a good push into that right hand and that right shoulder trying to corkscrew into your back. Notice what power you have when you find that. Flip it over wild. Let that left foot land. And then from there, you're just going to sit it down. Your right leg is straight. Your left foot is flat. Plant your right hand behind you. So you're going to look over your right shoulder. And then as you roll onto your belly, face in the back, your left thigh is on the mat. Your left toes are lifted. Now come up onto your elbows and your forearms. And then lean a little bit to the right. Look back. Try to grab inside that foot. Hug the inner thighs in a little bit. And then lower your left hip back down. Slide your right hand out, press into the fingertips, lift your chest, start to kick your foot back and up. You can also feel like your left hand is trying to pull your foot up to some degree. And then maybe you're floating the right arm. Yeah, maybe you're floating the right leg. Good, keep driving your hip bones down. 5, 4, try to breathe as much as you can when you're in this position. 3, 2, and 1, you are down. Nice, good, relax there for a moment. Maybe move the legs around the feet. And then bring those hands flat by your rib cage. Bend your left leg, lift your chest. You're just going back to that flip dog prep. So as you roll facing the front, keep your right hand flat. Plant your left foot, lift your hips up right away. Left arm can reach up and over. Maybe you start to float your left toes. Hug your left thigh into your chest. Step towards your right thumb. And then walk it over to the right, wide-legged forward fold. Get upside down here again. You got time. Maybe working into some strength work, some push-ups, flying monkey. Center split.
And baby, every time you walk by, I can feel magic in the air. Promise this ain't a drive-by.
Last few breaths.
I'm trying to sweep you up and keep you there. Got me running in circles around you to please. Yeah, I do what I need to. So
inhale, lift your chest, lengthen. Click your heels in, turn your toes out. Goddess. Again, not here long. Arms can reach up. Feel the hips push towards the wall you're facing. Inner thighs away, and then sit a little lower. Yeah. Lift just your left heel off the mat. Internally rotate that left knee to the front until it lowers down. Right hand works towards your back heel, your back leg in any capacity. Your left arm reaches up, and then reach across your body towards the doors or towards the stereo, palm down potentially. You could even shift your hips back a little bit. Keeping the arms, come forward, tip your chest forward. So your left arm is forward, your right arm is back. You're gonna pop it up, warrior C with your arms like that. And then switch your arms. Bend your lifted leg, squeeze heel towards bum, reach back and grab, dancer. Again, similar to what we did on the belly there a moment ago. Same action, but now you're standing and flirting with more balance. You don't have the floor. You're trying to pull your chest out and up, keep kicking your foot back and up. 3, 2. Hanging onto that foot as you drive to stand. Try to switch your grip however possible. That left leg will kick out in front. You can release this at any point and just sit down. Otherwise, you bend and try to sit all the way down. And find boat, high boat. Lower, low boat. Exhale up to high boat. On this one, I want you to bend your legs, squeeze your heels towards your bum without touching your feet down. And you could touch your feet down, you can bring them forward a little bit, but finding compression, reach up. So what happens here is we round. I really want you to try to sit up tall. Good, holding there, 5. Keep squeezing heels, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to low boat. Just 3 of those. Exhale, back up to high boat, squeeze heels towards bum. Reach, 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 reach. Good, lower, low boat. Last one, exhale up, high boat, squeeze heels. Reach up, holding here, 5, 4, try to take the round out, 3, 2, and 1, lower, low boat, holding, reaching arms over your head for 3, for 2, and 1, you're done.
The worst is over. The monsters in my head are scared of love.
Okay, set your feet flat. Bridge your hips up. Just one time here, any way you want to take bridge.
It's never too late to change your love. So don't let them steal your light. Don't let them break your stride.
Lower down, nice and slow. Reach your arms over your head, legs straighten out, breath in there. On your exhale, back up to high bow just so we can get up to stand. Hug your knees in, cross your left ankle over your right. With or without your hands, land your feet, lean forward, plant your palms. If you're working Bakasana, crossed ankles, cool. Otherwise, just fold. In 5, you are gonna lower all the way down to your belly, and that's where we're gonna meet. So if you do jump back, just know that you can land in Chaturanga and then eventually down to the belly. 3. If you're crossed ankles, try to unravel your feet midair. 2. Nice. Hop, step, jump it, Chaturanga, and all the way down to the belly. Relax. Good. Okay, we're going to work into Dhanurasana here. So you played with one arm, one leg, moment ago, right, on the belly. So you can play with that again. Otherwise, you'll try reaching back and trying to grab both feet. So before you do that, though, cactus your arms first. On an inhale, lift your chest, your cactus arms, lift your legs, hold there. Bend your legs, flex your feet first. Yep. Now try to lift your thighs off the mat. Keep that position. Reach your arms back. Make fists with your hands holding there. Now point your feet towards your head, and then from that space, try to grab. Take your feet back and up. Drive your hip bones down. A little rocking sometimes is nice to get into a position. And then try to hold, keep hugging inner thighs in, keep kicking, keep breathing. 5. 4. Is that okay? Oh, yeah. 2. And 1. Come on down. You can windshield wiper circle your feet. You what? Like every second of that. Yeah, I felt good. Yeah, totally. Okay, good. As long as it's okay. Okay, press yourself up to tabletop. Pat your back there. And then eventually you'll just sit back to child's pose. And if you feel ready to go right back to child's pose, you'll do that. Just give me a couple of breaths there. Find downward facing dog just for a few breaths before we get on our backs, just so you can, shake it out, stretch your legs out. If you want a vinyasa, you could take a vinyasa. I say that and I'm like, why would anybody do that? I definitely would not do that. Okay, take a breath in here. Exhale, let it go. Look forward, bend legs, hop, step, jump it to a seat, and find your way onto your back. So a lot of back bending this morning, so you can stay as you are for the rest of the time. Otherwise, if you want one more back bend, bridge, upward facing bow. You might find that you got some space here to play with. If you're doing that, when you're ready, come on up, do your thing. Maybe playing with lifting heels, maybe lifting one leg. Last 5. 2. And 1, come on down. Whatever feels good there to just rest for a moment. I might take my city on a test drive. You don't wanna see me on a good day. You don't wanna see me on a bad day. I was just up with some hoop dreams. Now I'm in the lead. Now I'm in the lead. I could slam dunk, but I just stay smoking till I wake up. May not understand because it's all. When you feel ready, take any twist. Pick a side, either way. And if you're happy not twisting, that's okay too. You can stay exactly as you are. Even just hugging a knee in or a reclined pigeon might feel really nice here. If I take off my coat, do you promise to stay? If I give you my heart, would you throw it away? Do you mean what you say when you tell me you love me? Do you really? Do you really? Bitty bitty, there's a numerologist, got your number where I live. I'm gonna get you. You're ready. If you're doing something that requires you to switch sides, you'll switch sides. But your past don't exist. Got a pad on your list, got a pad on your lot. Calabash ain't the move, that's where everybody live. Plus the mountain is hot, you forgot what you got. Hold up, nuisance. I recommend I'm on with a acoustic. I recommend a beer for the juices. I recommend you live where the truth is.
psychedelic fuse and affinity pools your check, you know. Once I sweat the edges out, head down like vanity. I got the ups, I got the damage fees, I got the gold dust, I got the anesthesia when you chose up. This ain't a fantasy, we about to go up. See at the hand of me, never got no love, but understand to me, maybe can mold us. And baby, I'm just trying to.
And then you'll make your way back through center. You could just slide it out from there, Shavasana, otherwise plow, gentle shoulder stand, or supported shoulder stand, I should say, gentle plow potentially. Start to unravel, always letting that be gradual. I always think of it as like a gradual coming home. That's what this practice feels like. It can feel like, I guess it doesn't always feel like that for sure. But maybe here you get to the end, turning your attention inward for a moment, acknowledging your efforts this morning. The effort that it takes to stay focused, to stay present, not easy in a world that wants to distract us. Acknowledging all of that, everything that happened on the mat, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go, sigh. Embracing the space you've created for yourself, enjoying this space. Exhale, let it go, sigh. And maybe just acknowledging the ease of this moment. That's the culmination of your efforts. Your efforts into bringing your awareness into the present, into the here and now. This practice helps remind us that we can do that there's plenty of opportunities throughout our day that we can do that. Sometimes it just takes a couple of deep breaths. Sometimes it's more than that. Start to wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Either way, you honor that. You try to find some practice that helps bring you back to this ease, back to a balance in your nervous system. Maybe the arms reach over your head, stretch it out. You can hug your knees in or set your feet flat just to roll to one side. Right side or left side is good. And then from there, you'll press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Hands will come together right at the center of the chest. Take a breath in. Exhale, let it go. Okay, one Om. Inhale. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Yeah, happy Saturday. Have an awesome rest of your day. Happy Thanksgiving, too. I'll see you guys on the Saturday after. Unless you're shopping, I guess, right?